Good morning and welcome to Cardiff for live coverage of the Netball Europe Open Championships. This week's competition sees England, Scotland, Wales and Northern Ireland joined for the first time by Fiji. We'll have live coverage of every match across social media and of course the BBC. So wherever you're watching in the world, welcome. We do hope you enjoy the netball over the next few days. And please of course join in the conversation on Twitter using the hashtag NEOpen. That's hashtag Netball Europe Open. I'm Zara Buck with you for the first match this morning, England against Scotland. And I'm joined by Billy Pritchard, former international player for Wales. Now yesterday, a great start to the Netball Europe Open Championships. We saw Northern Ireland face Wales, a close game and Northern Ireland took the win. Also, Scotland defeated Fiji, our invitational team. Comfortable win. What are your thoughts on yesterday's game?
Yeah, it was a great first day. Hello, by the way. Good
Hello.
Afternoon, Tara. Yeah, it was a wonderful first day of games. Scotland were incredibly impressive yesterday against Fiji. It was very interesting to watch because Fiji's rankings are now 8th in the world, but Scotland have actually gone down from 12. Purely, it's very complicated, the ranking system, with it's purely based on the number of games that they play. So Scotland's performance really sort of shone in the face of those rankings that actually they were the better team, and they were very impressive. They were a very slick team, and I'm very excited to watch them today against a very strong England team. The Wales versus Northern Ireland, it was a bit of a seesawing match. Ultimately it was the team making the least errors who won. I'm sure both of those teams will be looking for better performances today, and all credit to Northern Ireland. They stuck in there and pulled through with a very narrow victory, and all credit to them. Like I said, it was an enjoyable spectator game, perhaps not for the coaches, but they'll be both looking to improve on their performance later on today when they take the court.
Absolutely, we're just seeing the girls come on now, being introduced. England first.
If we can just run through the England lineup there, Zara.
Absolutely.
We've got goal shooter Ellie Cardwell, goal attack Nat Haythorne-Thwaite, wing attack Sasha Corbin, centre Natalie Panagari, wing defence Vicky Oyosola, goal defence Jodie Gibson, and goalkeeper Josie Huckle. Again, as I said, a very experienced team there. All these girls featuring in the Netball Super League last season. And against them, Scotland just preparing to be announced onto the court. Unchanged lineup from yesterday's victory against Fiji. We have at goal shooter Bethan Goodwin, at goal attack Lindsay Gallagher, wing attack Nicola McCleary, centre Claire Brownie, wing defence Sam Murphy, goal defence Emily Nicol, and goalkeeper Hayley Mullahan.
Lots of support here at the Sport Wales National Centre for both sides.
England, of course, this being their first run out. They didn't have a match yesterday. Scotland, again, this is their second game, so they will have the advantage of having run out any cobwebs and blown off a bit of travelling fatigue, I'm sure. England, their first run out, I'm sure they will be equally well prepared.
A few tired legs maybe from the Scotland side, we shall see. And we're underway.
Yeah, I think these girls now, they're so well conditioned, I'm not sure we will see too much fatigue. And there's certainly no sign of it so far, moving the ball very smartly and quickly through the court. Oh, interesting call there from today's umpire. Goal shooter Bethan Goodwin adjudged to have backed into Josie Huckle. That is the way the Scotland shooters like to present to the ball. They hold space. Bit of a fumble there from that Haythorne-Thwaite. Collected nicely though. Good field through to Ellie Cardwell, but obstruction adjudged, brought it back. Nice outside arm there from Scotland goal defence.
Could this be England's first goal of the game?
Good take from Ellie Cardwell. Had a wonderful Fast 5 competition, Cardwell. Shot some fantastic long-range goals for her team. She'll be looking to build on that performance today. Smart over the line from Sasha Corbin. Sasha Corbin there played last season over in New Zealand in the Becco League. She'll have a wealth of experience. She had a wealth of experience before she went. It'll be even more so now coming back. Good rebound from Cardwell and slotted away nicely.
Fantastic rebound.
Good defence there from combination of Panagari and Olusola on the wing attack.
Captain Brownie there.
Oh, Jodie Gibson just hustling hustling the goal attack. Lindsay Gallagher there, giving her no space, tracking it all the way through into the goal circle and ultimately preventing the feed through. Brownie just relieving a bit of pressure there. Nice corner ball. Nice bounce pass across the top of the circle. Scotland recycling again.
Really working this third.
Defenders, there's no space in there between Gibson and Huckle, but Scotland doing a smart job of just recycling, keeping possession. Settles herself for the shot. Sweet shot from Gallagher.
Scotland.
High energy in these first couple of minutes. This really is. I'm so excited to see how this game plays out.
It's so exciting to see. Such a great crowd here for both sides.
Nice outside arm there from Clare Brownie, just a little bit late. Contact on the ball. Panagari will wait, confirm with the umpire, and
well caught by Cardwell. And in it goes.
Just watching Cardwell's action, she's got such a well-honed shooting action. Very reliable shooter. Had a great season for 7 Stars last season. And she'll be pleased to be in the England dress. Bit of a misfeed, but collected.
Nice low ball.
Shot there from Bethan Goodwin. Just come back, well not just come back, but featured in the Scotland under-21s team that went to Botswana.
She was a star there, wasn't she?
Impressed very much with her performance yesterday. Really ran that shooting circle, was very available for her shooters, for her feeders rather, and had a great shooting percentage off the back of it. Just confirming with the umpire exactly where the penalty is to be taken. Cardwell stronghold, just teeing off that classic shooter, positioning herself in the middle of the defender's back, forming the T shape. Beautiful setup from her, makes it very easy for the defenders to put it into space. Sorry, the feeders to put it into space for her, and well collected. Oh, threaded that ball through. Brownie saw Huckle had come off her player. Oh, Goodwin not able to capitalise on that though. Gallagher, just nice split. Settles herself.
Just trailing by 2 goals. So 4 goals to England.
And another clean shot. Good second phase there from England, played it back. Oh, and through the hand, she'll be cross with herself, Cardwell. She gives herself a bit of a slap. But on defence now, almost turned that ball over again. Great to see. Oh, elevation from Sasha Corbin.
Very reliable player, Sasha Corbin. Again, went to the Fast Five, was commentating at the Fast Five this year. Yeah,
she's got a huge amount of experience. She struggled with injuries during the last couple of seasons. You know, really unfortunate ACL, but she is back and on full form. Incredible athlete as well, not just a good netballer. Nice through court here from Scotland, slick play. Goodwin just popping through at the right time. Great timing from her. Good leap from Gibson, but not able to put Goodwin off. She's in a rhythm early. The defenders will be looking to do something about that. Brave ball there. Oh, lovely arm from Emily Nicol there, but
fantastic start for Scotland.
Obstruction adjudged outside by the keeper. Very frustrating as a circle defender when you work hard to get those interceptions. And there's a great tip there from Olosola. Unfortunately, her teammate not able to collect. Bodies on the line here. Brownie just throwing herself in the way of that ball.
Oh, well intercepted by Mcveigh.
Slightly offside. There's a lot of body on body here early in this match. Lovely outside arm from Huckle. And the nice thing there is that the tap and collect, not just tipping the ball, but actually the agility and the presence of mind to go and collect the ball herself, not wait for someone else to get it. And ball very quickly through the court for England. Into a good position, feeding position, and nice shooting position now for Cardwell. Nice fake from Corbin, just drawing the defenders. Very quick up that end of the court.
Nicely worked in that D between Haythornthwaite and Cardwell.
Gary Haythornthwaite doing a good job on that line. Long cross-court ball, but opened up the space. Corbin not quite able to collect it on that occasion.
Just with the tip of the fingers.
Watching Scotland set up here now.
Brownie.
Little miscommunication there. Murphy and McCleary just slightly getting each other's way, but they cleared the space. McCleary and Brownlee just controlling that attacking third there, recycling ball. Oh, brave ball there.
Strong defensive unit.
Very brave ball through to Goodwin there. She had 2 defenders on her, but Gallagher having the confidence to let it go to her teammate.
Josie Huckle there.
Very difficult as a defender when you're left in a 2-on-1 situation back there with the outside defender out. Difficult for Huckle to know what to do there. And Scotland taking full advantage. 7-5, only 2 in it to England.
Back to Brownie.
Again,
Gallagher.
Beautiful movement in that attacking third from Scotland. And a lovely shot, very impressed with Bethan Goodwin. You know, only just come off the under-21s, she's a young player, she's very composed, lovely shooting action. Nice ball from Corbin through to Panagari there, just opening up the space. The fake from Corbin trying to move the defenders. It's another contact call there from the Scotland goalkeeper Hayley Mulhern. And Cordwell taking full advantage. That England defensive setup there, a lot of flies and covers with the back defender. Gibson went on a fly, she missed it, but it promoted, Huckle went on a fly, she missed it, promoted Gibson, she couldn't quite take advantage of it, but some great defensive setups from England here. And again, Sasha Corbin just dominating that circle edge.
Again, Scotland trailing by 2 goals.
Prime position to feed from there. Makes it so much easier for the feeders when they get onto the circle edge, and it's a much higher quality pass for the shooters to collect. Beautiful shot again, Goodwin.
Fantastic by Goodwin.
That's her longest range shot so far. She's been taking them from mid-range or close to the post, but that was certainly further out. Oh, nice tip there from Murphy, not quite able to collect possession, but great backing up elevation from her. She's got a real job on her hands against Sasha Corbin there, speed queen, but bit of a soft penalty there.
Lots
offside.
Of speed queens here.
England will be frustrated with that. They, you know, at international level, it really is about keeping the errors to the minimum. Now side arm again from Huckle. Cleary on that occasion just collecting the scraps. Murphy, it was Gallagher rather, at goal attack, using her body very effectively. Not a very tall player, but if you watch how she presents herself, she makes her base very wide. It's very difficult for the defenders to get around then, and it gives a good target for the feeders.
A lot of support from the Scotland crowd here into Goodwin. McCleary.
Again, nice bounce pass all through the legs. Gallagher settles herself. Double pump, fakes on the first.
Great rebound.
Not quite clear there, the communication from the umpire. The defenders were looking for clarification. It was deemed to play on. There's a lot of noise in here. Great atmosphere.
Great atmosphere indeed.
1 goal in it now, 9-10.
It's a very close quarter so far. 5 minutes on the clock left to go. England 9, Scotland 10.
I guess I'd have to see Scotland's performance yesterday against Fiji. I've been really looking forward to this matchup. Short there from Cardwell. A little bit messy, offside. Good try from Murphy to collect that ball, but she was offside. Haythornthwaite just settles, and fairly easy ball through for Cardwell, and nice shot taken.
Cardwell's just always just under that net ready.
She's got great positioning, you know, she's got great awareness of where her defenders are and how to play off them. You know, she's not just she's aware also of where her goal attack is. Haythornthwaite, I mean, she played for Wasps last season. She did a fantastic job in the way that she rotated the circle and opens up space. Doesn't take a huge percentage of shots herself, but what she does in her role of facilitating her goal shooter is of paramount to the success, really. You see the Scotland goal defenders there recognising it, double backing on Cardwell, recognising that Haythornthwaite is the dominant feeder, so leaving her have the ball outside the circle. Good setup from them defensively.
Lovely turnover by Scotland here. Just 1 goal in it.
Ooh, stepping call there from Scotland. Again, these are the little errors that when it comes to the final couple of minutes of the game, if it's tight, they will kick themselves for them. Errors to a minimum, that's what both teams will be aiming for. Nice straight line play from England.
Both teams just settled right into this first quarter.
Yeah, Panagari just overcooked that ball a little bit. They've seen a little bit of uncertainty now, actually, a little bit of an unsettled period from both teams. They'll both be looking to calm the nerves and just find the rhythm back. Nice passing. A little bit wayward that one, but Gallagher does a great job of collecting. Good win out the circle. Nice. Just watching Cleary there, the way she circled around on a solo. That's very difficult skill. She's got to go a long way round to present to the ball, and
360.
Pretty much. That's where the agility shows with these girls. Again, still quite unsettled. A real yo-yo at the moment going on.
And we have to remember Scotland are the lowest ranked team here at the event. You know, they're facing England, who are third in the world.
Another errant pass. They will be very frustrated with that. They are facing England, who are third in the world, but over the last 3 or 4 years, unfortunate pass there. Goodwin looked free, but she wasn't. If anyone looks that free at this level, you can guarantee there's a defender looking to sweep on it somewhere. You can't be that naive.
Just released too quickly.
Well, I think sometimes what's happening now is players playing across the ball as it's being thrown. So there's no 3-foot guard up, but they're coming across the path of the ball as the ball's in flight, and that's something which is difficult to anticipate. You're right, probably played it a bit too quick, a bit of a rush of the blood to the head. It is only 2 more minutes left to the end of this quarter. They will both be wanting to finish ahead. England will be wanting to settle a little bit and get advantage.
England just needing that one goal in the last 2 minutes of this first quarter.
And Scotland will not want them to go into this final quarter ahead.
Putting the pressure on indeed. Haythornthwaite.
Just watching Corbin there, staying right out on the sideline, just opening up the space for Haythornthwaite to work the top. It drags her defenders with her as well. That's smart play, good structure there. Haythornthwaite again, far out, opts to pass rather than shoot. And nice shot from Cardwell. Just bounced around a little bit, but fell to bring it back to 11-all. Great
Messy
defence from Oyosola. That was huge amounts of pressure from her. Cleary not able to free herself.
Oyosola again.
Watching
from Gaborone.
It's great watching, if you watch off the ball, the tussle between Brownlee and Panagari. It's exciting to watch, neither of them giving an inch.
It's fantastic play.
Another offside there for Murphy. She is deliberately going offside to try and get herself into a better defending position. That, of course, isn't allowed. The umpire picking up on it, having a slight word with her there.
Great shot by Cardwell. England.
Nice triangle play to tow ahead by 1 minute to play. Haythornthwaite getting over the line. Good tracking there for Murphy on
lovely
Corbin,
ball.
But a great ball. Oh, pirouetting on the back line there, Cardwell.
The core strength to just be able to hold her.
She does like those ones. I've seen her do a few of those for 7 stars. Great pressure from the Scotland defence, though, to push her into that position as close to the back line as possible.
Sasha Corbin working hard, as usual.
Yeah, good to watch. It's a great spectacle for particularly young players to see the volume of defensive effort that both Nat Haythornthwaite and Sasha Corbin are doing here, applying huge amounts of pressure. Scotland are needing to recycle the ball because it's not going in sweet. Having said that, that was a beautiful pass. What a confident pass. Millimetres worth of space there, and she was confident enough to put it through to a shooter who rewarded it. England won't be wanting to take this pass now. 15 seconds. They will be made to by the umpire. Contact there. They'll be wanting to get it through to goal to take advantage of the centre pass. Good defence from Scotland. Cardwell not happy with that call. Huge amount of pressure from her. 2-on-1 from the Scotland defenders there. They did their job. Prevented the ball getting to goal. And the first quarter, 13-12. Nothing in it here at Sport Wales in Cardiff.
Extremely close between the ranked England 3rd in the world, Scotland 12th. And it's been fantastic so far to see both teams working the court such early on. England haven't played yet. This is their first game of the championship so far.
Yeah, it's pretty intense, isn't it? England up by 1. They'll be happy with that going in. Scotland will be very frustrated. They did have some opportunities there to draw level and indeed go ahead, but they'll be readjusting. Their coach there, Gail Parata, fantastic coach from New Zealand. She's been with Scotland for quite a number of years now, really investing in them, and you can certainly see the fruits of her labour, the style that Scotland are playing with, the intensity, the strength, the strength and conditioning that Scotland, they are incredible athletes out there at the moment. The core of the team playing for Sirens, that familiarity will be of huge benefit to them today. England, these players are slightly more cobbled together from different teams, but they will have good structure. Been taken over by the very newly flown in Australian Tanya Obbs. She was the Australian under-21 coach in the recent Botswana World Youth Championships. You can see her there, very, very animated with the England girls, very specific with her instructions. And she will be looking for more, as the Australian coaches always do, more from her England players, a bit more control through the mid-court. She has got a fantastic bench to be able to pick from if she did want to make any substitutions. And talking of the bench, it does look like Scotland are making a change. Zara, what have we got?
We've got McCleary coming off, replaced by Kelly Boyle.
Onto the wing attack position there. Oyasolo is definitely starting to get the better of McCleary towards the end of that quarter. And a huge amount of pressure on, getting some turnover. Fantastic to see.
Again, Kelly Boyle, one of the superstars from the Under-21 World Youth Cup, really establishing herself as a Scotland thistle.
Yeah, and it's great to see Gail Parata here recognising the youth, the Under-21s. You've got Sarah Mcveigh, Niamh McCall, Bethan Goodwin and Kelly Boyle, all featured in the Scotland Under-21 team that went to Botswana. Talking of Scotland, it is a bit of a shout out. It's Active Girls Day in Scotland today, a part of Scotland's initiative for getting women and girls active and into sport. Lots of events going on throughout Scotland to mark today. In fact, I believe it's Women and Girls Week in Scotland. They will be tired at the end of it.
Fantastic to see.
Just great to see here with some of the spectators. You can see some school girls and boys have come down to watch, to see this really is elite level netball. These are athletes. They're not netballers, they are athletes playing netball. It's wonderful to watch.
And both squads come back onto the court for the second quarter of this game. First game of the Netball Europe Open Championships, day 2. Clare Browning, really a real ambassador of trying to get women into sport for Scotland.
She is, she's a wonderful player to watch. She played Sirens last year. I worked with her at Team Bath the year before, and her work rate, her attention to detail, her personal ambition to be a better player it's just wonderful to watch. It's inspirational, really. She is certainly a very professional athlete. Just waiting here for the quarter time. The players keen to get on with it. The umpires waiting for the correct timings for quarter time. Unchanged lineup for England at the moment. Just that one change, like we said, and there she is, Kelly Boyle getting the first touch of the ball. Panagari there, just adjudged her a little too close to Clare Browning. Again, contact call from an attacking contact. Oh, sorry, offside rather. It was a free pass, not a penalty. Great ball. Look at that elevation from Sasha Corbin, and back 1-2 to Gibson.
If you wanted to know about the umpires today, they are Alison Davies and Nigel Lim, and the reserve is Anso Kemp. Doing a fantastic job. Obviously, it's a very difficult task. You need to have eyes in the back of your head to be these umpires.
Yeah, I mean, there's lots of talk about the structure of umpiring and how the game is umpired. There's so much going on now. It is virtually impossible for them to see everything. I'm a bit of a fan of perhaps looking at the basketball system where both umpires umpire the whole length of the court.
Don't forget, you can stay in touch and get in touch with us.
Great intercept from Gibson there. Did look like Gallagher did have possession of the ball, but Gibson will take that. She ran her feet through. It looked clean. Play carried on. England will certainly take advantage of that. They've run out to a bit of a lead here. 3-goal lead, 15-12 to England. Scotland certainly will be wanting to stem that pretty soon. Nice ball to Cardwell. Again, Nat Haythornthwaite just delivering the simple pass, simple and accurate. Watching the England setup here, both feet attackers wide. Haythornthwaite pops through, good cover from, oh, unlucky there. Great ball through, but unlucky for Hayley Mulheron from Scotland. She saw Corbin drive into the top of the circle, thought it was going to play there to have a little go at the intercept, but coming off her player, left Cardwell free at the back. And able to take a lovely pass under the post to put it through to goal. 5 goals now. Scotland, Gallagher needing to nail this one. Oh, that's a bit of an important miss there.
Oh, a couple of tumbles. Hopefully they can
Scotland not yet scored so far this quarter. 2.5 minutes gone. Working hard on defence though.
Hungary there.
Good defence from Scotland, just shutting down all options. Haythornthwaite forced over to the sideline with the ball. Difficult to play from that position. No one playing forward to everyone on the Scotland defender's back.
Brownie
3 seconds
around.
called.
Oh,
Frustrating there. Just misconnection between Boyle and Brown.
They're just feeling the pressure, aren't they, this second quarter?
Yeah, they've lost their connections a little bit. They've lost their structure. The hesitation from Brownie to let the ball go and then letting it go at the wrong time. And England pouncing on that opportunity. Very quick through court. Shot from Haythornthwaite to take it out to 6.
England 18 and Scotland now 12.
Gibson, good support and good balance on one leg there.
Corbin looking very relaxed.
Cardwell so strong, really having a bit of a shoulder charge there, but so strong to still, sometimes shooters when they have that strong contest from a defender, they will fall over and want the umpire's call, but Cardwell more than happy there to just stand up strong and still be available for the pass, and beautifully slotted away from her.
Nicely
Down the
worked.
other end, Goodwin. Oh, important goal, well done Goodwin, she needed that, her side needed that.
Lots of support from the people watching, the fans, really getting behind Scotland and England.
Get another contact there from Mulhern. Got the feeling that Cardwell is just getting the better of her in there. And nothing coming over the line there for Scotland. Unsure if that was a set move or, neither goal attack or wing attack presenting the ball, but
lovely ball.
Good work from Goodwin there. The work she did off the ball to drag Huckle out of the circle and the sharp turn and change of direction back under the post. Good vision from Boyle, but really that was Goodwin's shot, not just because she shot it, but because she created the space there for Boyle to give it to her.
She drove into that spot under the net.
Yeah, at speed. Speed is
key.
Crucial.
And there's lots of it today here at the Sport Wales National Centre. Oh, just touched the
Panagari
net.
almost having a go at... It's not fast 5 today, Panagari, almost going in yourself.
Now England 21, Scotland 14. 10 minutes.
Slightly misjudged Gibson there, the attacking line of the ball, and came up behind Boyle. Contact called. And Panagari just finding a wet spot on there. Good recycling between Brownlee and Boyle again.
Nice connections between Brownie and Boyle.
There is, but really, Oyosolo, I'm incredibly impressed with her work rate at wing defence today. Her and Panagari the whole back four, there was a great defensive structure there. Her and Panagari have really done a good defensive effort outside that circle edge, preventing the Scotland feeders getting there, but a good shot again. Goodwin, there she is, settling things for her side. Still 6. Oh, just a little fumble. The speed of Sasha Corbin over that line there, she was almost too quick for herself. She took her eye off the ball, ready to have a look where she was going to pass it next, and just took her eye off the ball and a little fumble. She'll be frustrated with that, working on defence to try and get it back. Nice recycling from Boyle, good take from Murphy on extension. Tips of her fingers, was able to collect it in, and nice play the ball. Boyle just held on to that, it could have gone in a bit sooner.
Popping it
as a shooter when you've, sorry Zara, as a shooter when you've worked hard to make yourself available and the feeder holds onto it, it's quite frustrating. Not being a shooter myself, I'm not really sure why I would say I would know, because I wouldn't. told off by a few shooters in my time to let the ball go. A little bit scrappy here now, but again, Gibson and Huckle doing a marvellous job in there. There she is, Goodwin, just
hasn't missed a shot, I don't think.
I'm not sure whether she's missed one, but I certainly haven't seen many from her. And she has been the dominant shooter as well. That's really what you want from your team. Same as England are performing here now. The shooter should be the dominant person, putting up the larger volume of goals. It is obviously advantageous when you've got a goal attack who can do both, but in reality the goal attack is helping to work the circle and create the space. So the shooter, it is her prime job.
Both Cardwell and Goodwin very consistent today.
Again, nice feed through, good patience from England there, feeding the circle.
Brownie to Gallagher, to Boyle, finds Brownie again.
Gallagher taking the volume of, the larger volume of centre passes. What that does though is it leaves her out of position, out on the sideline there, and that's difficult for them to get second phase. And you can see Boyle just, for me, really not presenting to the ball enough, as much as she should.
Well
and
saved
Gallagher
by Boyle.
Again picking up the scraps. She's doing a wing attack and a goal attack role here. I'm not sure Boyle's quite had the impact that Scotland were hoping, but that is testament to Oyosola. She has effectively seen off 2 wing attacks so far in this match. Nice play. Gallagher again playing that feeding role. Goodwin just on this occasion short, but it is contact, so that won't mark against her on her shooting stats. She will have another go.
Penalty shoot now.
Won't be counted as a miss. Settles herself.
And in it goes.
Focus, lovely action.
England's 22 goals to 18.
Scotland pulling it back. Nice outside arm, clean. Came off Panikari's fingertips.
Just 4 goals in it in this second quarter.
Massive. Brownie got the ball then in the goal third, and there was no one driving through the centre third. It was empty. You know, really, Scotland are going to need, their attackers are playing quite high in their attacking third. They need to start punching through the middle to provide their defenders with some more options. Bearing in mind it was Brownlee the centre with it. The wing defence and goal defence will be needing to do a bit more work here. Coming off the court there, Haythornthwaite, you're not allowed to be off the court and then catch the ball entering it. You have to have had your feet on the floor before you receive the ball. So turn over to Scotland. They will be looking to take this through. Again, just England doing a good job forcing them to the sideline. Risky doing a bounce pass in the centre third. There was a far slower pass. Huge gaping space on this left-hand side of the court here.
Good, caught her fingers.
Good challenge from Gibson.
I think Gallagher's okay.
Just running her down. No netballer has good fingers.
I'm sure you have nice nails now, though.
It's the knuckles that take the batter in. Huckle, ooh, air shot.
Oh.
Clever play from Gallagher. Played the ball back in, went off Huckle's feet. Miscommunication there. Gallagher standing strong. Huckle all over her.
Taken by Goodwin.
Oh, a bit of...
I just feel
That's
a bit
2 or
of
3
pressure.
on the run there that the Scotland shooters have missed.
Just creeping in.
It is, and that's again testament to England's defence, the pressure that they're putting them under, interrupting their rhythm.
Fantastic work in the D
Goodwin
by Huckle.
making sure that time from Goodwin. Huckle doing a power of good there.
Of course, most of these girls, most of these England players are, of course, full-time. Some of them are on the future generation programme, so they're getting that, that experience, and that is different to Scotland, who aren't quite at that level. They haven't got quite the level of funding.
Just a couple of changes here from Scotland. Gallagher's left the court. Maybe that hand injury is more severe than we thought it was, and a change from the goal defence. Smart change there from Gail Parata. The defenders were needing something there. Just to reiterate the goal attack, Gallagher's left the court for Scotland and Pettit has come on.
Joe Pettit.
In the goal attack position here. She was a siren last year. So lots of experience with the players around her. She should be able to slot into this team nicely. And good shot from Goodwin again. And a goal defence for Scotland, sorry, just to mention. Ella Gibbons taking the court. Had a season last season with Loughborough Lightning, so she will have benefited from an excellent season that Loughborough had last year, not able to win in the end of the Super League, but did win the Fast Five, and under the coach and mentoring of Karen Atkinson. Wonderful, wonderful coach, wonderful player.
Ellie Gibbons also got her first senior cap for Scotland here last year in Aberdeen at the Netball Europe 2016 Championships.
3 goals in it now. Oh, Gibson. Great example of running your feet.
Gibson's not quite sure about that umpire's decision.
She did run with conviction. However, there were a couple of players there. For me, it looked like she came through fairly cleanly, running her feet, but...
Nice fake ball, just caught by
Pettit
Pettit.
here, first shot. See what she can do with this.
Oh.
Ooh, she won't be happy with that. Quick
Right
ball out.
there.
Great release ball to Panagari in the centre court. Coldwell free. Nice support play from Haythornthwaite.
Cardwell really uses her height. She just holds. Great work in the D between Haythornthwaite.
It's the way she positions her body, really. And Mulhern, you know, she is a great defender. She is an intense defender. She's got great height, great presence, good feet. But Coldwell just being able to reposition on her as you're watching her now, watching Coldwell. She's just looking where the ball's coming from, where her opposite number is. Saw the play go, playing Haythornthwaite into good position. A little bit of a fumble there, but really the creativity, her ability to react to what was going on outside the circle.
Great rebound. And in it goes.
Haythornthwaite, you know, fairly small in stature, but again, similar to the way Gallagher for Scotland as the goal attack was using her body, you know, making her base as wide as possible to be able to be available to the feeders.
Extremely agile player.
It's good strength as well.
It's a good win.
Scotland opting more for the lovely shot from Goodwin. She'll be happy with that now.
Just 2 minutes left of this second quarter before we get to half-time. England lead of 25 goals to Scotland's 21.
Nice play from England there.
Great atmosphere again, lots of cheering from the crowds here at the Sport Wales National Centre. Roses are the Netball Europe defending champions, remember. They were wanting to be retaining that title here again over this weekend.
And this is an interesting England team. You know, you've without a lot of the England stars that have played in the Quad Series recently. However, players like Gibson, Panagari, Corbin, you know, they all are experienced England internationals. Of course, this game very important for world rankings. Interestingly, though, that it's the world rankings for the Commonwealth Games that the rankings are important for. When it gets to the world qualifiers, when it gets to the World Championships, teams actually have to qualify for it rather than it being based on world rankings, which is particularly difficult for these teams in Europe, because you've got Northern Ireland, Wales, Scotland and England vying for just, well, England automatically qualifies, but between those 3 teams, Northern Ireland, Wales and Scotland, only 2 of them can actually go, even if their world rankings are higher than some of the other world teams, because it is based on the qualification system. All the areas in the world have their qualifiers. That will be taking place in Perth in January, 19th to the 21st of January, if there's anyone out there wanting to go and watch that tournament. That will be a highly contested tournament. Slightly messy here now.
Oh, long ball, straight to Goodwin and in.
All being called back though. Scotland will be incredibly frustrated. This will be interesting to see what the call is here. The umpire called his whistle to bring the ball back. Scotland will not be happy with that, because they were able to take advantage attacking wise and get the ball through the goal. There's a discussion here as to whether it counted or not. No, it did not count.
They'll be gutted with that.
And England up by 4.
So, half-time, Scotland 23 goals to England's 27. It's a great atmosphere. And I'm now joined at half-time with Clare Nelson, Chief Executive Officer for Netball Scotland. Hi Claire.
Hi.
Nice to see you, and you must be very proud of Scotland over the last couple of days, and
delighted. This is the new Scotland, people. This has been 4 years really hard work by Gail Parata and our team as looking at a performance pathway. You can see how we performed at the World Youth Champs in Botswana, getting that 8th place and actually really challenging those teams above us. We've got a number of under-21s in here, and we're strong. And what I wanted to see today is that we gave England a run for their money, and we're absolutely doing that. I'm hoping that we can sustain that over the second half as well.
The first quarter, it was very, very tight, and in the second quarter they just seemed to get the pressure a little bit, but there's only, there's a few goals in it. What would Gail Parata be saying to her team right now?
I'm not a coach, so I never pretend to know what a coach is going to say at half time, but I think, she can definitely see that we are challenging England. We're putting them under pressure. We need to stay fit and focused. We need to continue playing our game. We cannot do long bombs. We have to play short and fast, and when we do that and we execute well, we're absolutely getting the ball. We were obviously in that first quarter leading at one point. We have photographic evidence as a country that happened. We're delighted.
Hold on to that.
Yeah, we made sure we got that. But this is really exciting to see. And you saw their performance against Fiji yesterday. Scotland are going to come out and be the team for Wales and Northern Ireland to beat over the weekend.
It's very hotly contested, very hotly. Scotland are ranked 12th. They're the lowest ranking team of the world rankings here at this event, but that is not stopping them.
What does that mean? Actually, when you look at the rankings, all the movement that's happened has been because of a flurry of competition and matches that have happened, and the way our system works, it's meant that we've dropped down. But in terms of talent and performance, we're on our way up, and we're the team to watch.
Claire, how important is Netball Europe for Scotland, this whole event?
Well, it's great for the sport, number one, for us to be able to bring live international netball and to have it streamed and supported by the BBC is fantastic, and it really supports the rise and growth of our sport. For Scotland, it allows us to come out and play some of the best players in the world because, absolutely, we're all top 10 ranked countries. England have got some superb players in their team this weekend. So for us, it's a great benchmarking exercise and to show where we are and of course, get those critical ranking points that we need to try and move up the world ladder.
We've had some fantastic passages of play from both teams. Just a few goals in it now. Scotland are really developing the girls within the schools. It's Scotland, it's the national week for Scotland for sport, isn't it?
So this is the inaugural Scotland's Women and Girls in Sport Week. I sit on the Women and Girls in Sport Advisory Panel with the government, and this week we launched the #MyJourney campaign. We have understood that some of the barriers to participation around girls and women are slightly different to what men face, and what we want to do is celebrate everyone's journey in sport in however they participate. Today is actually Active Girls Day in Scotland, and we're celebrating every female in Scotland who wants to get up, get active, and what better way to do this than to see our national athletes, the Scottish Thistles, in action and really doing one of the best jobs they've ever done against England in a long time.
I think we've got a lot of active girls in the crowd today supporting their heroes.
Absolutely. These guys are role models, and we can see that actually the growth of the sport in Scotland has been largely off the success not only of the Scottish Thistles but in the launch of our Sirens franchise this year. We're using it as a platform to develop our sport but also to go in and educate and inspire girls. We're talking to girls who are inactive, who have self-esteem issues, who are self-harming, and we're using our athletes, particularly Clare Brownie, our captain, to go and really tackle some of those issues head on, and using netball in our sport as a platform to do that.
Talking of Clare Brownie, the captain, on that subject, I've seen her on social media really promoting this very thing we're talking about, and it's fantastic to see.
Yeah.
Talking about Sirens, the new franchise, there's a lot of players in this national squad in the Scottish Thistles that are part of the Sirens team.
Yeah.
How does that bring connections?
Oh, it's been critical. And I'm just speaking to my performance director there. She said you can actually see Carla Borrego's influence on Bethan Goodwin in her play. We never just joined the Super League to have a team in a league. We joined it to accelerate the growth of our sport and its people, and also to drive real meaningful change for women's sport in Scotland. Most of these athletes are Scottish athletes, are either in the Sirens Bethany Sutherland, who's not here, plays for Surrey Storm, and obviously Hayley's over in Australia. So they're getting that top level competitive training and play week in, week out, and it's absolutely making a difference.
Absolutely. And don't forget, you can join in the conversation here. Please use that hashtag NE Open for Netball Europe Open, and the Scotland team are making their way onto the court.
We've seen lots of great comments on the Scotland dress as well. You know, they're wearing the thistle. There's a big debate over whether they like the purple and pink dress better or whether the blue one. And at the moment, I think the fans are supporting the blue dress. So that's something that we've been looking at on social media this weekend.
Getting a feel for what the fans essentially like.
Yeah, we've got a really engaged audience. And you know, they love netball, but they love the Thistles. They love being part of the Thistles army. We've got loads of people that have travelled down here from Scotland, as you can see, all dressed up with their flags, and that's a Nessie hat that one's wearing over there. There's been some debate over what the big
Nessie
green thing
hat. Let's describe that beautiful hat.
It looks like a big dinosaur head, but that is the Loch Ness monster, I have to say.
I don't know if the viewers at home can see that, but we've got a great view of it. Oh, it's great. It's fantastic to see, you know, all these people here supporting our favourite sport.
Absolutely. And to see so many females in the audience, how many live sports matches do you see where the audience is predominantly female? For me, that's game-changing. I've just come back from the Leaders Summit at Stamford Bridge talking about the rise of sport. Women's sport wasn't really featured in, and then you look at this and you think, you know what, they need to start taking note.
Few minutes until we're underway the third quarter, and I welcome back the fabulous Billy Pritchard.
Hi. Well, what a second half we're going to have here.
Looking forward to it. Lots of school kids coming in, enjoying the game.
Some changes here for both teams.
The England squad, we've got George Fisher on as goal shooter, replacing
Ellie Cardwell there.
And our wing attack as well.
Moving across there from goal attack to wing attack, Nathalie Thornthwaite.
Just swapping to another attack.
Cardwell moving out to the goal attack there. Look, two tall shooters in at the front line there for England. And we have a new wing defence on.
And we've also got the Gabby Marshall.
Gabby Marshall for England. She's just the big announcement that this week that she's moved down from Thunder in the Super League to Hertfordshire Mavericks.
She'll be very excited about that. Obviously, Thunder was where she started. She's grown up there from, I think, the age of 14 and gone through that academy.
Thunder have got a great pedigree of producing quality players. Cardwell herself is one of the Thunder, originated from the Thunder factory.
And Sarah Bayman, I think
she
learned a lot from.
Yeah, absolutely. Although all players gain advantage and experience from every club they play for, but certainly Thunder and the area of the northwest of England do a power of good for netball in England. Scotland opting for an unchanged lineup at the moment. Oh no, apologies, we have a new wing defence. I believe Sam Murphy's gone off. Emily Nicol, who started the goal defence, I think, has moved across to the wing.
Just swapped positions.
Just that one defensive change in there. Opting to stay. Gallagher's injury must be keeping her on the sideline there, and obviously
long ball.
Cleary still.
Oh, George Fisher really vying against Mulheron. Penalty shot. Good rebound.
Georgia Fisher, again, another member of the England under-21 squad who went to Botswana. She will be disappointed. Her first shot, it's always good. Shooters always like to get their first goal in, and she was in good position. She had a wonderful season with Wasps last year in the Super League. It was great to see her grow as a player. Her combination and being able to replace the infamous Rachel Dunn.
Wasps, of course, won the 2017 Super League title. The Super League will start again in the next couple of months.
Quite a calm start to this quarter so far. And again, Goodwin just picking up where she left off. Cool and calm through the goal. Oh, nice work there from Scotland's wing attack. Kelly Boyle just working 3 different changes of direction there to lose 2 defenders on the line.
She managed. And
Goodwin, just the subtlety of the movement to off-foot huckle, pretend she's going one direction, off-foot the keeper, and then cut back into the space, and the awareness of Scotland feeder as well. Long-range shot here from... Oh, wonderful
shot.
No, the other one was far too close to the post for me to put in.
Let's go further out.
Exactly. Nice shot from George Fisher there.
First shot of this quarter.
Oh, and lucky Gibson there. I thought she got her hands to that. Good interchange there between Huckle and Gibson.
England are 29 goals to Scotland's 25. Again, about 4 goals in it.
And that's another one pulled back for Scotland. They will be very frustrated with that, going back to that last goal in the end of the second half, which wasn't allowed to play. The umpire, we have our umpire who pulled it back. He's come across from Singapore, INF, because this is a qualified ranking game. He has been flown in from Singapore, Nigel Wayne Lim there, ably supported by Wales's very own Alison Davis. She'll be relishing the opportunity to umpire on her home turf. A little bit late there from Marshall, but good recovery. And again, Brownie, just the experience and the calmness that she provides. Great connection between her and Goodwin there. Cardwell just out on the sideline, England just playing narrow down one side of the court. There we go, squared it off into the space on the left-hand side. Well done, Marshall.
Oh, well
great
caught.
Haythornthwaite, and while she does a wonderful job as a goal attack, rotating the space, her feed into space, placing shooters, the best wing attacks are able to put shooters into good spaces, even if they don't know where their space is. And Haythornthwaite, that was a perfect example there.
Has great vision on court.
And again, on the other end, Pettit. Goal attack, Pettit there, she's coming into this game now. She obviously came on as a replacement for the injured Gallagher and was a little bit slow to find her straps, but she's certainly hitting them now. Beautiful tall athlete there for Scotland. Very difficult as a defender. And good strength against Gibson. They're both jostling for position on that line. Communicating. Boyle and Pettit communicating there together.
Pettit, very experienced player. Played in the Netball World Cup in Australia in 2015. A mixture of youth and players of the world.
Unlucky from Marshall, just not quite able to get the angle on that there. Good spin out though from Boyle. And Gibson, body on the line.
Man on man here at the Sport Wales National Centre.
Nice little movement there from Goodwin if you just watched. You know, presented square, nice wide base, gives lots of space for the feeder to place the ball, but she takes just a couple of little steps while the ball is trickling along the floor towards the post, getting herself as close as she can. Good shooting position. Great take from George Fisher under all sorts of attentions there from goal defence.
Gibbons and Fisher, a little battle there in the D, but Fisher pulled it through. Lovely shot by Goodwin.
At the ball there, Gibson, but not able to put Goodwin off her straps.
Oh, well intercepted by Brownie.
People hitting the floor all over the place there. Panagari just collecting herself.
Scotland trailing by 3 goals. Can England make it 34? Yes, they can.
The quality of the bench you've got when you're able to take a player like Sasha Corbin off for England and replace her with the equally able Haythornthwaite. Haythornthwaite just shaking her ankle out a little bit there, just a little tweak, hoping that's nothing too serious.
Can you see a difference between Scotland in this third quarter?
I think they've adjusted to the change. I think the change from Gallagher is an incredibly fast sweeping player. Pettit not quite as quick cover in the ground, but offers something different in terms of her stature. It took Scotland a little bit of time. Oh, very lucky there from Huckle that was collected in. That was a little bit of a hope and a prayer pass, but settled there from Marshall.
Cardwell.
Yeah, Scotland looking a little bit more settled, not as frantic. England now, it's their attacking lineup, not quite adjusted. Nice hand in there from George Fisher. Another good example, great example of staying in the game, being attentive to what is going on and defending. Well played, George Fisher. She's earned her side that turnover and will be wanting to put them ahead again. Here she goes. Oh, just trickled across the top.
Well.
Oh, Cordwell.
Oh, a bit of a mess there, but Cardwell's ball.
Presence of mind from Cardwell there to take the ball on extension, on fingertips, and almost, I wouldn't want to say deliberately, but playing it into a Scotland player for rebound off so that they got the back line. That's smart play.
Tactical to Fisher. Just puts it through.
Better shot
with
from
ease.
her. You can see when she sets herself, her whole alignment of her body, whether that ball is going to play or not, play through.
She's settled in now, obviously. Nerves coming into the senior squad. She's played in the under-21 team. You know.
A huge amount, particularly when you're surrounded by, I mean, look at the stars that are in this team. It is quite intimidating, but she is all taking it totally in her stride at present. You know, under the coaching and the management of Tamsin Greenway at Wasps, she's certainly grown.
Yeah, she's no stranger to playing with.
Well played.
Experienced players.
Well played, Bethan Goodwin. Collecting that ball there, playing it back in. Unfortunate turnover. Umpire just taking control here, asking Brownlee to being deemed as delay in play and penalty advance there for England. Some frustrations creeping into both teams here, both players starting to show.
Hawthorne-Thwaite.
Oh, Mulhern caught out, went out hunting, but was too far away, left a defender, Gibbon, in the circle, 2-on-1 situation, and England taking full advantage of that. Hawthorne-Thwaite looking straight to goal, as all good feeders do. Oh, through the hands of...
Well caught by Mulheron.
Through the hands of George Fisher there. She'll be frustrated with that, but England will get another shot at it.
Gabby Marshall picks the ball up for England.
Scotland just showing a few signs of fatigue here now. There's some soft turnovers from them. Nice shot from Cardwell.
This is their second game.
Nice to see Cardwell playing out there from the goal shoot position to goal attack, proving her...
Lovely work between Boyle and goal shooter.
Cardwell proving her versatility, rather. Put my teeth in. Great rebound from Gibson. Strong two-handed take. Frustrating for Scotland. Few moments here now. It's blown out to 8 goals. Scotland leading 38-30 at present. Gibson tempted, saw Georgia Fisher on her own in the circle, but opted for a safer ball through. Hawthorne-Thwaite working hard out there, providing options. Oh, lovely tip. Unlucky Mulhern.
England just increasing that gap. 39 goals to 30.
And it's back with England. Scotland need to be careful here now. It's blowing out for England.
Cardwell gets right in that D. What a great land and shot.
Scotland's both defenders dropping back on the goal shooter, but what that does is leave Cardwell free, and Hawthorne-Thwaite seeing Cardwell making her attack into the circle, and beautiful ball, and finished off with a lovely shot. And at the other end,
flawless, absolutely flawless.
It's just wonderful to see a young player like Goodwin showing such class at an event like this. Now, up against some of the best defenders in the world, and
like
she's holding her own.
Huckle and Gibbons.
Georgia Fisher, she doesn't like those close ones. Another miss there from
hasn't
her.
Quite got her eye.
She does seem more at ease with the mid-range to the long-range shots, Fisher. Having said that, I think that's only perhaps 2 that she has missed, so I think we'll give her that. Another change coming here for Scotland. Gail Parata there recognising this 10-goal deficit that England have put on Scotland, making some changes.
Sam Murphy, the sideline raring to come on.
Clare Brownlee going back to wing defence. And back taking the court, we see Scotland's Cleary from wing attack, was playing wing attack at the start of the game and has now gone back to the centre position. Sorry, Murphy, my apologies. Nicol to goal defence, Brownie to wing defence and Murphy to centre. My apologies.
Excellent play from Scotland. Crawling it back. 3 minutes left of this 15 minutes here at the Sport Wales National Centre. Beautiful shot from Cardwell. Brownie.
Nice ball through, good feed again, good availability from Goodwin. She's working hard there to present to the ball for Huckle. She likes it on that baseline.
Consistent.
Oh, great ball, Haythornthwaite through to Panagari, right on the circle edge, where all attackers should be heading towards. And
great shot by Fisher.
Sweet shot, Georgia Fisher. And look, defending there against her goalkeeper, wanting to make it as difficult for Scotland as possible, applying as much pressure again down the other end of the wing attack centre combination. Nice connection there between Murphy.
Josie Huckle gave it a go
on her wing attack.
Sam Murphy on the base. Pettit. Oh, and she's done it. Bethan Goodwin on the edge. Great shot again.
Well, Scotland have certainly stemmed the flow a little bit. It's not running out anymore, but they will need to make a bit of a dent. Only 1 minute 30 left in this third quarter. They will need to put a few more goals on the board.
Oh,
good rebound from Cardwell.
Well caught. Oh, just
strong rebound from Cardwell.
That was a thud, wasn't it?
Strong in the air, not allowing Scotland's defenders any chance, any sniff at that ball. Good collect from Boyle. Murphy on extension.
Great work.
Settles herself.
Murphy.
And missed down the other end. Unfortunately, Scotland's shooters not able to take the rebound in the same way that England's shooters were. That's another goal that they will be wishing they would have taken through. England.
Haythornthwaite always there. She's got great vision of the game.
Unlucky there, Panagari. She was just presented. The ball was fed to her, going out of court. Oh, good turnover, Marshall. Good. Scrappy. A little bit of scrappy
Scotland
play
on the rebound
as the seconds run
Turning
down.
It over. 10-goal lead, England. 30 seconds on the clock.
Scotland really will be wanting to get a goal on the board here now. Pettit presents herself, not happy shooting from there. Recycled in, Huckle all over Goodwin, but she collects ball and finishes with a lovely shot.
They'll be pleased with that.
Only 13 seconds now. England are going to have to play this one quick to goal. Fisher, there she is. Great ball from Haythornthwaite. Can she make it count? Yes, she can.
Just the last few seconds.
Scotland will have been waiting for that buzzer to go, not wanting to take the centre pass.
So, England 45, Scotland 35. There's a 10-goal difference. What can Scotland do now?
Well, I think they stemmed the flow a little bit. I think their attack took the changes that they made. Their attack took a little while to settle. The changes that England made had more of a difference. Putting George Fisher on there and Cardwell out. Haythornthwaite recycling that circle. Their attack certainly functioned very well, and they were turning over more ball. Scotland, there was I just sensed a little bit of fatigue in their game there in that third quarter, and frustrations. You know, there's some little disputes with the umpires, etc. And that's a sign that you are losing control of what's going on the court, losing focus. They've regained that now. Gail Parata, the Scotland coach, making some smart changes. They've certainly stemmed the flow of the England the goals, but they will be needing to make a dent into that now. So Scotland will be needing to, they've got to go out there and hunt ball. There's a big defensive game needed from then in order to, Goodwin is providing beautiful shots under goal. but they really do need to go out and get some ball. All England will be looking for now is to just play with control and steady. It'll be interesting to see if there are any changes to either team going into this last quarter, but 10 goals, that is quite a large margin to be able to come back from. It's certainly not unachievable, but it is a huge task here for Scotland now.
Lots of people getting involved here at the National Wales Centre here for England versus Scotland, enjoying the game undoubtedly. Janet Young says, Scott Thistles, hope you're watching this exciting match at the Netball Europe Open Championships. Hey G says Scotland are playing out of their skin against England. Nigel Vernon says, great to see Wasps netball. Josie Huckle in the red England netball dress, and he's loving the socks too. Hashtag coordinated.
She does like her long socks, does Miss Huckle.
Lots of Wasps players on court.
Maybe it helps her jump higher. I should have tried that.
Singing happy birthday to one of the special fans here who've come to join in the action.
Good to see on a Friday a decent turnout. Let's see what Scotland can do now. Looks like they have made some changes. Gallagher, with that earlier injury to her finger, retaking the court as goal attack for Scotland. We'll wait for them to come out onto the court. Can't quite see their bids properly to see if there are any more changes.
And the England Roses take to the court for the last quarter of this exciting game between the two home nations, England and Scotland. Ranking points at stake here. England are third, remember, Scotland are 12th. This game is so important for both teams, for all teams here competing at the Netball Open. Scotland have certainly held their own against the team that are third in the world.
And England here now just going back onto the court with an unchanged lineup. Good to see Marshall there retaining her bid at wing defence. She came on and did a tidy job there, did some important turnovers for England. Nice, beautiful young player to watch coming through the England system. Scotland just the one change, Gallagher back onto goal attack. Parata, I think, perhaps looking for a bit more availability.
Murphy starts for Scotland.
And there she is, straight into the action. Beautiful ball there from Gallagher.
Good win under the net.
Oh, an uncharacteristic miss from her. That's not what Scotland need now at this stage.
Again, another
Great
player less comfortable under the net by the looks of it.
Gibson through to Panagari. That pass was just, had steam coming off it, was moving so fast. Georgia Fisher
taking it back, the umpire's calling it back to Fisher.
Fortunate enough there for the umpire call to bring it back. Having a little giggle about it there, but it's something she will need to address. Cardwell presenting there off the centre pass. Strong option there. It's very difficult when you've got a holding shooter, as Cardwell plays back a goal shooter, to make that transition out to goal attack, but she is proving a very handy resource out there. Great position as a coach when you're flush with options. Marshall not quite able to collect that ball. Great pressure there from Cardwell on the line. Little bit of a dispute there between Nicol from Scotland and Cardwell at goal attack as to who was offside. Oh, a few football skills from Marshall as well.
To Murphy on the edge of the D. Gallagher.
Great example there. See Gallagher, just the way she uses her body to make herself as wide as possible, so Gibson is unable to work her feet and get around and get front position. We always talk about defenders having front position in order to intercept, but Gallagher just positioning herself beautifully. Oh, what a drive. George Fisher presenting that ball. Got a drive there from Cardwell through under the post.
Fantastic passage of play from the Roses.
Oh, take from Marshall. Nice little intercept from her. Just
back to Huckle.
Just that centre Murphy and Boyle wing attack combination. I just don't feel like Boyle is the lines that she's running, she's not presenting herself well enough for me as a wing attack. Again, she's running down narrow. You could see between Murphy and Boyle. Marshall didn't have to take much of a step across the line of the pass to be able to intercept it. Great intercept from her, I'm taking nothing away from Marshall, but actually Boyle running very narrow in terms of her availability as a wing attack makes it difficult, particularly if it's a flat pass lifted, all well and good, but the flat balls that are going between Murphy and Boyle, they're just not connecting right now. Another turnover.
Lots of turnovers from England.
Marshall working hard for availability.
Panagari.
Huckle spotting Panagari, just screaming down the left side. We often talk about not doing a cross-court ball, but that was a beauty. It just opened up the attacking lineup. Good patience from Panagari, who came in quite tempted to put that up to George Fisher, but oh, what a shot.
Fantastic shot.
Ellie Cardwell showing what she did at fast 5 there with her long range.
Heffron-Thwaite and Cardwell giving some team encouragement.
Sharp over the line.
Lovely. Well caught by Fisher into Cardwell.
And shot. Lovely shot. England attacking lineup here, just really playing with at ease, to be honest, looking very comfortable.
To have throughout this game.
I'm certainly not feeling, you know, often when you're on the court and certainly on the sideline you can feel some of the pressure. Really not feeling the same volume of pressure that Scotland were applying earlier in the game. You can see Mulhern there, back at goalkeeper, really urging her team on, encouraging them for more. Looking a little bit disjointed there on defending that centre pass. England getting over the line relatively easily.
George Fisher and Mulhern man on man, really vying for that place under the net.
Good setup there from Cardwell and Fisher. The way that they screened, they actually were able to screen out both defenders there to prevent either of them going for an interception, and both of them popping forward. It was good setup, well, good attacking play from them. Good, well collected from Gallagher. Just chasing down those scraps, making knowing that every ball counts. Murphy there,
Picked up by Brownie.
A little bit of a fumble, but she was able to recycle it back to her teammates. England defence making it very difficult in there for Scotland's attacking lineup.
Very tight indeed. Cool.
Oh, just bounced around the rim there, but fell nicely for Gallagher in the end. No high five between her and Boyle. Oh, wow. Beautiful!
Fantastic
what an interception. She's been looking for those most of the game, Mulhern. They've not quite come off, the timing's not been there, but that was a sweet take. Way out of the goal circle, read it beautifully.
Interception of the match, I would say.
Took the ball off its line from Heffron-Thwaite, and really this needs to be rewarded here. Oh, again, that connection. Murphy just not... Gallagher playing, she wants the low ball. She doesn't want anything high because she knows Gibson can elevate. So she wants the bounce pass. She's trying to make herself wide, and Murphy not quite recognising that.
Just the tip of her fingers, just misread.
There's some desperation here creeping into the Scottish lineup. You know, Kelly Boyle, there was no need to play that ball. When you've got 2-on-1, you've got to be absolute pinpoint accuracy and 100% confident that the ball is going to get to your shooter. Putting Bethan Goodwin under a huge amount of pressure when there's two defenders on her. Here they go again. Let's see what they can do this time. Gallagher again. There she is. That strong drive right across the front of the goal circle. No one picking her up.
Yes.
Not able to finish it off, but well done, Boyle collecting it. Goodwin and Gallagher just caught a little bit static there. Fortunate with the contact call.
Penalty shot. And in it goes.
Goodwin, that'll do. That'll help, just trying to make a dent here now. That's England out by 12. They're pushing ahead further and further. Seeing some changes again for Scotland. We have got wing attack retaking the court. Nicola McCleary, I believe. Yes, it is. And goal defence, we're seeing for the first time Sarah Mcveigh was with the Scotland under-21s. Let's see if she can make an impact here in these last few minutes.
By Bethan Goodwin. Yeah, a key player at the under-21.
Pressure from Mulhern. She has been working her socks off, trying everything that she can, but
there's a 12-goal deficit for Scotland. England are 52. Scotland 40. 8 minutes left of this game.
A try from Murphy there, spoiling play.
Can Scotland pull it back?
Making it difficult for England.
In these last
Sorry, difficult for Scotland even.
A few minutes. Gallagher passes to Goodwin, and she shoots. Umpire was not happy with
Cardwell judged to have entered the centre third before the whistle. Scotland will need to play this. Oh, a little bit late challenge from Marshall there. Fairly innocent though, fairly innocuous. Just challenging for the ball.
Brownie's struggling to get round.
Good ball there. There we see those beautiful feeds that McCleary was providing in the first quarter. Gallagher and Gibson. And one the other way there. It felt a little bit like perhaps both both goal attack and goal defence were over the line, but ball going England's way. Gibson taking full advantage, and George Fisher, another one on the board.
Scotland are still in it. 7 minutes left.
Oh, Mulhern, she's looking again. Well done, Mulhern. She is playing this last quarter fantastically. That pressure was possibly needed a bit earlier on. You know, they're down by 11. This would be a monumental task, really. I think it's probably, the game has probably gone for Scotland here, particularly when there's play like that. What a frustrating thing for your teammates when you've, particularly for Mulhern, when she's worked so hard to get that turnover and it's carelessly just thrown out the sideline there. Very frustrating as a defender.
You can see her stamina though as an experienced player, Mulhern.
Almost there for Mcveigh, just having to go with that outside arm, but the ball travelling too quick, too slick. More changes here from Scotland. Goodwin we now see. No, bit of indecision there.
She's staying on. I think it would be wrong to change her as a consistent shooter for Scotland Thistles.
We are having McCall take the court at goal attack and Gallagher moving back to the goal shooter position.
Niamh McCall, another exciting young player.
England also taking advantage of that timeout. When the opposition take a timeout, you can make whatever changes you want. So Scotland called the timeout, well, not the timeout, they called the change, the injury substitution. And for England, we have quite a few changes.
Well intercepted by umpires.
Leah Kennedy coming onto goal defence. Jodie Gibson has moved across from the goal D to the wing D. And
Cardwell trying to find Fisher. Yep.
Gabby Marshall has moved to centre. So England ringing the changes. Both teams ringing the changes here. I'm sure Gail Pratt will be thinking now, she will be aware that this game has probably gone for Scotland, but she will be thinking, right, well, let's have a look at some of these young girls. Let's see what they can do.
Give them a go. Test them before, of course, the Commonwealth Games.
Great ball through.
Next year on the Gold Coast.
It certainly is, and you know, this is great preparation for players and coaches to see what they've got in their bag. Oh, great, good play there. Huckle almost got a tip to that, but the strength of the pass through, that centre wing attack combination just functioning far better now for Scotland.
Great to see Marshall in centre. Yep, just read that very well.
Good driving through from Marshall there.
Very tight on defence, Mulhern.
Difficult to keep up with all these changes.
That's what happens when you've got such, you know, strong key members. Fantastic netball here. Just under 5 minutes left.
Almost interception there from Cardwell. Great again to see, good example of attacking players defending.
Strong feed
Cardwell
from
there.
McCleary. Gallagher's lovely. Just found her spot.
Real mismatch in height now there between Gallagher and Huckle, but the movement of Gallagher makes it very difficult as when you're a defender and you're playing against a shorter opponent, it's very easy to lose track of them.
And she was lost by
good rebound again.
Defenders.
Well done, Cardwell. I'm very impressed with her position, of the way she's came out of goal attack. I've seen her play goal shooter many times beautifully, but you know, really proving a very strong option there at goal attack and complementing George Fisher beautifully in there. Good take in from Murphy, well collected. Gallagher again presenting to ball. Pressure from Haythorne, great on the line.
Finding it hard to get through the England defenders.
England refusing to take their foot off the pedal there, off the gas.
Oh,
Good collect again from Gallagher. Oh,
Scotland
getting messy
will
out there.
They need these moments.
Oh, and out of court. That is frustrating for Scotland. Definitely seen a bit of a rise in urgency from the Scotland team these last few minutes, but you know, you have to make every opportunity count. Here's another one here. Look at this. Great lean from both defenders there for England.
She was just out of court.
Unlucky there for McCall. Judged out of court, out the back line. Oh, Gallagher again. Short shooter, but making her presence felt. Tracking Huckle there beautifully, forcing her over to the sideline and coming up with the spoils.
Scotland need this. Can they do it?
Little cheeky look at the floor there to check that Huckle was 3 feet away. And finished off with a nice shot. Oh, great defence there between Brownie and
Lovely
Murphy.
ball.
What a ball.
No messing around here.
And that's the danger, you know, Mulhern, all credit to her, she's been brave, she's gone out hunting for ball, but the danger is you leave your shooter free under the post, and if the feeders have awareness of mind to see that option, then it can be a little bit humiliating at times. That happened to me often. Great ball.
Oh,
just not able to collect it in. Good to see the intensity from both teams in the last couple of minutes of this game.
Very high ball by Kennedy.
Oh, unlucky there, unlucky goal defence. Nicol slightly out of court.
This is all great experience though for these young players like Nicol to come and play against these top.
Apologies, that was actually Sarah Mcveigh.
And Sarah Mcveigh, of course. Mcveigh is just such a core part of this England squad. Lovely shot by George Fisher. England lead 60 goals to Scotland's 46. Just over 1 minute left.
Lovely centre pass from Scotland there. Ooh, yeah, double play. Unfortunately, Gallagher just not able to collect that ball. It came through very quick from her feeders.
Yeah, I think Scotland
what an intercept. Well done, Clare Brownie, showing her class there. Huckle playing out.
The pressure is on now for Scotland.
Again, down the other end of the court. Huckle very, very close to that interception, but not able to get it, leaving Gallagher free under the post. Last 41 seconds now. Good to see both teams still playing with real intensity. George Fisher not able to collect balances. Haythornthwaite there. Oh, what a ball. What a ball over two defenders' heads. Cordwell fading away to the baseline, but great take, great judgment and weight on that pass from Haythornthwaite.
Murphy to Nicol. Oh, big barge there, but they've carried on the play. Brownie.
McCall presenting through the middle there. It's good positional play from her, but nothing
nothing
on the side to feed through. McCall again.
Can Scotland find the space? Lovely play from Gallagher.
McCleary and Gallagher, they do have a great connection.
Just 5 seconds left of this game.
A little bit of gamesmanship here, you know, Scotland not wanting to give the ball to England to get a goal, but really the game is gone. You know, that was a fantastic performance from England. All credit to Scotland, hard fought, but that third quarter, it was just too much for them to pull back that deficit. Great match here between Scotland and England.
That's it. Everything to play for here. Final score, England 61, Scotland 48, and both teams now just shaking hands. Excellent play by both teams, it has to be said. Scotland just started to look a little bit tired, but there's some great moments from the likes of Mulhern, really picked up in that last quarter to sort of keep momentum. They'll
be frustrated, and you know, it comes down to the errors really. The unforced errors are the frustrating things for teams. If the opposition is working hard to turn over and present ball, then all well and good. But actually, Scotland were victim of a few unforced errors there, and really that deficit of 13 goals there, it doesn't give true justice to the performance that Scotland gained today. Thanking their fans there. Fantastic performance from them. Gail Parata showing great pride in them, but really that was quite a classy performance from the England side.
Very composed from England. Their first game complete, finished. Scotland, that was their second game, and Scotland play again tomorrow against Wales at 4 p.m. England again later on this evening against Northern Ireland at 8 p.m.
So coming up today here, you've got 6 o'clock Fiji playing Wales, and England will be playing Northern Ireland again. They'll be taking court, be a quick turnaround, quick recovery for them for their 8 o'clock match later this evening, and we hope.
So that's it. We'll be back at 6 p.m. when Fiji takes on Wales. Thank you very much, Billy. It's been me, Zara, and thank you for joining. And don't forget to stay in touch with us on #AnyOpen. Keep the conversation going. This is Netball Europe Open Championships.